Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This is Melissa, and of course this is Face of Fiction. Sorry for the very long hiatus. Fortunately, we had some stuff come up and I just was not feeling filming, so I just didn't. And I feel like it was probably the best thing to do. But today I'm actually going to be filming back to back. I've got a book to review, a book that I've read a couple weeks ago, well really a week ago. And I just haven't had the chance to film it. But I'm also going to film a look because, yeah, I need to do something with this face. So today actually went through all of my makeup and pulled out all of the palettes or random stuff that I've gotten from beauty bags, beauty boxes, and I just have not tried out, and I've put them in baskets. So hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll be getting through them and trying them out and really deciding if I'm going to keep them or not. I've been watching a lot of Project Pan videos, and I've started to think I've got a really crap load of makeup and I probably should do something with them. I apologize for my hair. It is in the half wet, half dry state. My hair is naturally wavy, which I'm sure you can tell from this little area right here. So it just doesn't look very good, but we're gonna deal with it anyway. So I'm just going to stick it up. Away from my face, so at least I can do this. That looks even worse, but whatever, we'll deal with it. So the first palette that I'm actually going to go through is a palette that I accidentally got. I ordered the Good Sport palette from Colourpop. I almost said Colorbox. From Colourpop, and instead of getting Good Sport sent to me, I got Polite AF sent to me. And I didn't really cause a stink over it because, you know, I opened it up and I was like, these are really pretty. Plus the price was a lot more than the Good Sport was, so I was just kind of like, eh. This was fate intervening, so I let it slide. But I did ask for the Good Sport palette for Christmas, so hopefully hint hint, the love of my life might get it for me. That's one of the palettes I'm very excited about. Again, because of the greens, because we are not seeing very many greens out there right now. And I don't know what it is. Is it the formulation? Is there a particular issue when it comes to green that it's really hard to make a good green color? And that's why, you know, there's not a lot out there. I don't know. I wish I did. So if you are someone that does make makeup, please make greens, because I am dying over here for a nice palette that's got a good shade of greens, and it's the rich greens. I don't want the blue greens or I don't know, pale. Well, I do want some pale, but I want vibrant greens. I want greens that you find in nature, like evergreen and, you know, blue fir, which I know is kind of blue, but still, I just want rich colors. I don't want that dusty army green that we see all the time. I'm so sick of it. Okay, so now that I'm off my tangent, it comes with 6 shades. Deep Dive, Drift, Birthday Girl, Birthday Cake, Stereo, and Sequin. I don't know how good you can see those colors. Obviously a very neutral colors. So there's not really a light color because my eyes are kind of deep set into my face, and I need to widen them versus trap them into my face with dark colors. So I don't know what I'm gonna do because I did not bring a different color. I've I've got this Wet n Wild rainbow highlighter that I got, I want to say in the Unicorn collection, so it's been a while, but I've never really like played with it. This bronze over the rainbow, and what I might do is just kind of like tap into there and use that as some highlighting, because otherwise this might not look very good. But you know, whatever. We're just playing around. It's all good. So BH was having a sale recently, and I decided to get a brush set for in here because I primarily put my makeup on in my bathroom. But of course I do not film really a lot in my bathroom, although you will see some videos where I did some vlogs recently with it. But I ordered some brushes for in here, but can I say how annoying it is that you get down here and this is on crooked? Like, maybe that's why it was on sale, but I want to so badly like straighten it up because of how crooked it is. It makes me sad. So let's go in here. Are these the Super Shock Shadows? I don't know. I'm afraid like they're gonna be like super pigmented, so I want to get a small fluffy brush. That way I'm not like going crazy with it. I kind of want to do like a bronzy look. Let's go in with this color. This is Birthday Cake. And that's the color right there. Like, look how beautiful that is. Like, how could I return that? Like, I saw it and I was like, oh, I can't. So it picks up really well on the brush. I don't know. You probably cannot see that. So this is like chock full of glitter. So if you do not like glitter, do not get these colors. This would be a very pretty palette to play around with when it comes to New Year's. Definitely, for sure. And like the consistency is like super creamy. Like, it is a powder, but it's just coming off like cream. Like, look at that. That's beautiful. I love glitter. Like, it's bad. I'm a 30-year-old woman that loves glitter. I'll never grow up. So I talked about that I was going to do NaNoWriMo this month, and guess how many words I've wrote so far this month? Absolutely 0. Because it was me and my husband's 2nd anniversary, and we've been through a crap load this year when it comes to life in general, because Sean, you know, had his cancer and we went through chemo, and we had just moved to Alabama. It was just a lot at once. These are hard to get out. I'm gonna go in with Sequin. So pretty. So he had his follow-up. Basically, he's in remission now, and because he's had cancer once, and that was back in like 2007, and it ended up metastasizing to some lymph nodes in his chest. So then he had a huge surgery at Johns Hopkins when we lived in Virginia. And this was before we had met, and he was with his first wife at the time. And so, you know, with this one, it took forever for him to even get diagnosed because of how rare of cancer it is. But it was a yolk sac tumor, which, Google it, it's crazy like how rare this stuff is. But it has to do with germ cells and craziness, but it had metastasized to his spine, which is still unfortunately causing some issues that we're dealing with. But he has to have a follow-up visit to Emory, who has a whole cancer institute. And it's the closest one to us other than Birmingham that can do stem cell transplant, because that's basically our option at this point. If Sean's cancer comes back, you know, we've hit it with everything that it's been hit with. And the doctor basically told us that if it came back, there is a 60% chance that they can beat it again. But it would require him basically living in the hospital for 3 months, because of the type of cancer the chemo they give is so strong that they have to monitor him inside the hospital. So that's not something that we're going to do right now, because, you know, it's one of those you deal with it when it comes kind of things. But we had to go up there, and he had to have his follow-up PET scan. The PET scan was really good, which was nice. And then we had a good talk with our oncologist in regards to some situational issues that we're dealing with right now, which I'm going to do a whole video when it comes to cancer and things like that, because I walked into it not knowing anything. No one in my family or anyone really close to me has had cancer, so I've never really dealt with it. So I kind of wanted to do kind of an informative video of like what to expect, especially if you're like a spouse, because a lot of emphasis is put on like what to expect if you have cancer, but there's not a lot that deals with what to expect when you are the cancer victim, which is such an awful word, the cancer-y spouse. Like, what are you gonna have to deal with? And that's one thing I did notice was, you know, everyone's concerned about the well-being of the person that's dealing with the issue, and there's not a lot of concern for the people that are being the caretakers for those people. And I can tell you firsthand, I had very few people that asked me how I was doing during the whole process. And trust me when I said, like, I remember who those people are, and those people are the dearest people to me. Like, I can't appreciate them enough. So that is the glittery colors. Now I need to go in and deepen the edges real quick. I'm doing a basic look, so I mean, it's not creative by any means, because these shadows are just so neutral. This would be like an everyday kind of palette for someone if they liked glitter. So I'm just basically taking the deepest shade there is, which is Stereo, and I'm rubbing it into the edge. I'm not winging it out, I'm literally rubbing it in, because if I rub it out, then it just looks weird. Let's just put it that way, it just looks weird. And Stereo is this color. Like, look how pretty that is. Woo! I got a lot. And I'm gonna bring it up and kind of place it in the crease, just to give it a little bit more depth. Like, the consistency of the shadow is just so crazy. Like, look at that. And when I'm doing this, like, it moves around almost like a cream, but it's definitely like a solid. I do like this glitter. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this and probably like go into this white color right there. Of course, I'm gonna stick it in this corner. Blending it with the darkness. I keep thinking that's our doorbell, but it didn't sound like our doorbell. It sounded very far away. And I'm going to take the golder color, and just stick it closer to my very intense eyebrows. And sweep it in there. Keep waiting for like a neighbor to show up at the window, because that's how Alabama is. Alright, so it's a very neutral kind of palette. Hope you can see it. So I'm going to take my eyelash curler. And curl my lashes. What would really look good is if you had like a smoky color and could smoke out, and then use the glittery shades to kind of just, I don't know, like to me that would look very pretty. I've got to stop looking at the window. So I'm going to use this Aero Endure water resistant mascara. It's kind of been in my drawer, but I can't tell you what it's like because I don't remember. So I'm going to put that on. I see everyone kind of put on mascara a little bit differently. Like some people blink into it. I can't stand that. I wear contacts, so it's not too terrible of me to like go in really close because it doesn't bother me. Like some people that might bother, but not me. It's pretty. And if it's water resistant, even better. So I have a couple of new colors since we're going with the nude, which I have blush on, by the way, which I don't normally wear, and I feel like it's like super bright because I don't really know how to apply it because I don't wear it very often. So do excuse me if it looks ridiculous. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the NARS, and this is Sex Machine. And I have a very vivid memory of picking this up because I lived in a very small town in Virginia, and we had a Sephora in JCPenney's, and I went into there, and I kid you not, like, I had a salesperson go, "It's like your lips. It's like your lip color, but better." And I heard that person say that to like 3 other people, and I was just so turned off by it. Like, to this day, I'm not sure. I think it's almost turned me off of NARS because that salesperson said that to like me and 3 other people. Like, that was like a tagline. So it's just a lip pencil. And I do have some chapstick on because my lips are always dry. And it's a beautiful, soft pink color. I really do like it. It definitely has the look of, if you have pink lips, if you've been kissing, that flushed look. And I'm going to put on top of it this Vintage by Jessica. Oh gosh, I'm not going to even try to like butcher her last name, but it's called Pink Sequin, and I know I got this in a beauty box. It is like super thick. And it's super glittery. Like, look how juicy my lips look. Like, it looks fresh. It looks young. It looks, I don't know. I'm so like used to people doing these fall looks, and you know, no shade, they're beautiful, but you know, I miss like the fresh face looks. I don't particularly want to see doom and gloom all day long. So let me take my hair down. I need to get my hair cut. It needs a good trim. And I put some hair oil in it to help with like the frizziness, but I feel like it didn't do very much. So yeah, this is the look. I think it actually looks really pretty. I might actually recreate this look and go to work tomorrow because I've had a couple days off, so it's my return back to work. And I'm sure if you've ever had a job where you have a lot of responsibility, you know that when you take time off, it's almost like worse than being there because you've got things backed up, you're behind on things. And I know that I'm just gonna have one of those days. Like, I'm hoping that I don't, but yeah. So again, the makeup palette was Light AF from Colourpop, which has a beautiful packaging, by the way. And of course, they're in here. I'll probably end up taking it out of this box though, just for the purpose of saving space, but that is beautiful if you have like the space to put that in. And of course I used this as the lighter color in the top and the bottom part. And for lips I used NARS, and I used this Vintage lip gloss to create these juicy lips. So I'm glad to be back. Again, this month's going to be a lot of rain bling, so do like try not to hate me. If you are doing NaNoWriMo, please let me know. I would love to be friends with you. I love to bounce ideas off of people. I will still be reading, of course, but of course it is going to be less. So just be aware. If you are looking for book reviews, and if you are an author that has a book that's coming out and you'd like an honest review, just, you know, shoot me an email. I like to broaden my horizons and read what I can. And I think for December I might try to do a finish up the books that have been sitting there halfway finished for the last year kind of list. So I'm now collecting those books, but definitely for January or even the rest of this month, just let me know. So thank you for watching, you guys. I love you so much, and I hope you have an amazing week. Bye.